Hey guys, and welcome to Interstellar Space Genesis with me, Time and Tactics. The game has been updated to version 1.1, so I thought we'd jump in and play it. If you haven't played before, it's basically Master of Orion, a new version of it, so it should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and start up a new game. Now, it has something that I really like, and that is a ton of tooltips. Everywhere you look, you're going to get a contextual help. So you're going to know what you're looking at. You don't have to go hunt through a manual. That is fantastic. Now, we can do a lot of customization here. If you want to, by the way, this is a 4X. If you haven't played Master of Orion before, it's a 4X game. So we get to pick our own race here. We're going to go with human, I think. I'm going to play on Viceroy level. I guess that's average, default, yeah. We're going to go for a large galaxy. And when I say large, if you played something like Stellaris, you're used to large being tons of systems. Here, not as many, 105. I think large maybe in Stellaris is something like 800. So it's much smaller, but that's the same way in Master of Orion. And you still get a ton to do, so don't worry about that. But it is a smaller map. Average difficulty level, yeah, that's where I am at. I haven't really played that much. 6 players, that sounds good. We're going to get one of each here. You can create your own, as you can see here, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep it at default there. So large, you can go to huge, you can go to gigantic, which is a decent size actually. It's going to take a long time, I think, to do though. Let's go for large, and we'll see how that goes. See how close everybody is to us? Yeah, it's going to be quite a few there, right next door. We'll see how long we last in the world here. Okay, as you can see, we have a few things down here that are specific to us, and if you hover over them, you'll see what that means. If you haven't played the game, you don't know what these things mean. I'll explain that as we play. But we have a few things here. Medium G worlds, we're charismatic, we have 2 special powers, Armistice and Prestige. And we have a Titanship special. Okay, sounds good to me. Are we going to be that blue? And I'm going to be that blue instead, I think. Yeah, let's go for that. So we're going to be blue, remember that. And I think that's all I want to do. And let's go ahead and start the game. So the game is Master of Orion. If you play that, you might be better at the game than I am, actually. But I played it a little bit to get familiar with the mechanics, to know how to think about what you're looking at. I think I can help you with that if you haven't played. All right, so here's the large galaxy. As you can see, it's not really that large if you compare it to other games necessarily, but there's a lot to do here. So don't despair. Okay, what are we looking at here then? Well, as usual, we have some stats up here, and again, just hover over it. You can get much more information. We have a few things up here that tells us what's going on, and we can select one of those, each one of these, to get more information about, for instance, our research. Here's an overview of our systems. This is where we can set the display order, or what we want to look at. Right now, we only have one planet. We're looking at planets, colonies. We have one. It's Earth. It's right here in the Solar System. Let's go ahead and check that out by scrolling in on our mouse wheel. Okay, we're getting closer. So here we can see what we have. So we can detect, I think this purple one is for detection range. The blue is how far we can travel. No, the purple is how far we can travel. The blue is our detection range. So we can travel outside Sol, but not very far yet. Sol here itself belongs to us, as we can see, and we have other systems out here. We don't know much about them now, so let's go ahead and select Sol. Oh, well, before we select, let me explain what you're looking at. That crown shows you that that's our capital system. We have fleets here. That little symbol right here is a fleet symbol. One or more fleets are right here. And then we have a number of planets. Blue is good. It's kind of small, I know, but blue is good, and that's what we have here. And by the way, am I running the wrong resolution here? Let me just double check the video settings. No, I'm running the right one. Okay. 1920 by 1080. I have a high resolution monitor. There, let's go back in. Okay, now that we know that, let's go ahead and select our system. Here it is, our system, our Sol system, the only one we have right now. And we own this one here. You can see a blue background here. Remember, we are blue. There are a couple other planets in our system here. There's Mars, Venus, Mercury. Okay. Don't think we can colonize them yet anyway. It's a desert here. Remember, we are humans, so we like it on medium G and Terran. There's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind when it comes to how the game works. Let's go, and I'll explain that here by going into our planet. Now we're going to zoom in to Earth. It's our view of Earth, and you can see down here we don't really have anything. It's a few random buildings here, but nothing is really built yet. We would see them show up here, our finished constructions, but we don't have anything yet. On the left-hand side is what we're going to look at. Here's our population down here. Here's an overview of what we can do on the planet. There's a couple of things that are important to know when you work on this, when you look at your planet to see if it's any good. First up, we have our production. That's the number that we can apply to different things that we want to do. For instance, we can build constructions, or we can do planetary engineering, or we can do well, let me just go through and see what I'm going to do here, and you can see what I mean. So we have 119 to allocate. We have three main areas: infrastructure, planetary engineering, and construction. Now, at the beginning of the game, you may be thinking, well, how do I get my production up, right? You want to improve your planets. Well, if you hover over here, you'll see, this is very important, I think, that to get a lot of production, they break it down here. You can see it says 4 production per pop unit, first of all. And then below that, it's a breakdown of those 4. But below that, it says times 6, the x6 population, right? So what we do to get up to 119, we take 4 times 6 times 3 for infrastructure times 1 for production efficiency, and that is 72. So, and then on top of that, we add in some flat production from command center and a capital world. So the important thing to remember here is that the most important thing for us to do right away would be to, if you have the choice right now between population and infrastructure, you should go for infrastructure, because each infrastructure would give us, let's say we go from 3 to 4, we would gain another 24 in production. How did I get that number? Well, I took 4 times 6 times 1, leaving off the infrastructure itself. That's 24. If I have another population, I would get 4 times 3 times 1. That's only 12. You want to keep those number kind of close to the same, and then you get the best out of it, depending on how long it would take to get something, right? So let's say we want to do infrastructure then, to just maximize our production. Because later on, you don't want to just improve the infrastructure. We want to actually use it to produce things down here, the construction side of things. But anyway, it's right over here we want to look at, and you can switch to view here and see it a different way. Well, let's use this one here. That's infrastructure up here. Let's go for that, and look at this box here. We have level 3 out of 7. You can see here right now, it takes 37 turns. If we keep this little ball right here in the middle, it's going to take us 37 turns to get to level 4. That's a very long time. Let's not do that. So right now we're getting 40 from production, 2 from construction, and that's it. So if I move it up here instead, you can see here now, 119 from production. We just said everything we do, all 119, should go to infrastructure, getting this up quicker. 13 turns. Now that means we're taking away from the other 2. In fact, if I say now, well, produce another ship, it's going to take forever, because we're basically saying nothing. And you can see that here, nothing for construction. If I move it up just a smidge, 99 turns, right? So you want to keep that in mind at all times. You can also lock them in here. We can go up to 100 there and lock it in if we want to. Anyway, so I think that's a good idea. We'll go in maybe the all nitty-gritty later on, but I don't want to overwhelm you with that. So 13 turns for another infrastructure. Then we'll come up to 4. Population will grow automatically anyway from raised space, 30. And then from ecological level. And that's a feature of the planet. That's this here, this number right there. But anyway, so that's going to go up by itself. We could go down here and say this, 17 turns, but remember, that's not going to improve our production as quick. Or we could just say, don't mess around with that at all. We don't care if we have more population infrastructure. We need to get something out there right away, like a survey ship. But it's a long time. Let's prepare. We don't have any enemies just yet. Let's go ahead and prepare. Hopefully it's not too much information too quick, but you'll get a feel for it as we go here. Anyway, so now we're going for infrastructure. What is infrastructure really though? Well, if you select this is actually a button here. You can see here we have, once we get a new level of infrastructure, and currently we have 3, you get to select an option. And we have 3 pre-selected here because we started the game. Planetary engineering, civil engineering, and aerospace engineering. We have 2 in civil engineering and 1 in aerospace engineering. The 2 we have are expert civil developers, and that is 25% building, construction, and colony, 1 research point per pop unit, to construction research, and you're going to have to play the game to get really comfortable with all these. I'm not yet. Like, what should I pick? I'm not 100% sure on that. But okay, so we have that here. There's another one here. We get one extra construction slot in the colony, and you can see those right over there. We have 4. 3 from base infrastructure, and 1 from infrastructure bonus. Each one here gives us 1, but then also because we picked this one here, we got a free one. Negative 25% maintenance from buildings and colony. That's good. That's really good. 1 extra research point per pop unit to economics research. We haven't talked about research yet, but we will in a minute. Also have aerospace engineering, enhanced ship support. 1 extra ship support point, and that's actually something up here. How many ships can we have in our system? And right now we can have 6 points. We're using 3 right now. We have 2 frigates and 1 colony ship, if you just go down to halfway down the screen there. Anyway, that's what we have right now. When we get to 4, we get to pick another one. But let's not worry about that just yet. Let's look up here real quick. As I said, we have a medium planet. The biome is Terran. That's what we want. No negative modifier because of that. That means we can have 12 pop. It's a medium with Terran. And we have a cap of 7 infrastructure for medium planet. So we can't actually get that higher. So getting a large planet, even if it's not perfect for your race, is very important. You can always change the race later on by doing some terraforming, or the planet type, the biome, to do some terraforming if you have the right research, right? We also have our ecological levels gone up 1. That's from research. You can do more. We can enhance that more. We get this for free. 10 extra morale. 10% population growth. Morale here, if you look halfway down, see the dash line, it says plus 7.2 for morale. That's a multiplier to what you make, so it's a huge factor. You want to keep this. You want to get this up quick, I think. We have mineral richness. That impacts the production. So if we don't have very much here, our multiplier is kind of low. So you don't want to get what you want is a big planet with a lot of minerals. I don't know if you can upgrade them later. The gravity you can change later on, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And the population is content. 10% extra production. You can go back in here and see it. Production efficiency. Now, where's the 10%? 10% extra. Well, it's in here. Capital World. Yeah, I don't see it now. But anyway, that's a modifier to your production there too. Okay, anyway, so we're looking pretty good here. We know what we're going to do. We don't have a governor yet. Let's head on back out. So, since we have Earth here, what can we do in our system here? Well, as you can see, we have, it says special here. We don't know what specials these planets have. We know they're pretty bad. That eco level is 0. Not great. Low G we don't like. We like medium G. Small is not great. Tiny is even worse. Poor mineral richness. Remember, that's going to impact the production. But either way, we can't colonize them just yet. We can only colonize our own type right now. But there is an asteroid belt here. If we can get some survey ships here and establish... Not survey. Is it survey ship? Well, if you get the right kind of ship here, you can create an outpost. And the outpost will then be able to... we can exploit it in certain ways. We also have Jupiter over here with helium. Maybe. See if we can get helium. There's a couple of special different resources we can get here, as you can see. We'll see what we can do about them. Okay, let's go over real quick what we're looking at here. Here's money, the treasury, the cash flow. Over here we have research. And we can modify these here using our tax. If we increase the tax, and then we'll use the sliders here. No, here. We can go up. We can actually take that away. So we can spend on spend our money on research. Let's go back out of that. But I'll go back to 30% again. Let's not do that. Let's just accumulate some money because we need that to, I think, to recruit some of our leaders that we're going to get. And over here we have space culture. That's like a, well, when you get enough space culture, we get to pick another kind of specialty. But they're mutually exclusive, so you kind of make a choice, basically. And you have to do it at that point. We have 5 turns. We're 5 turns away from getting that. You can see that right there. We have 3 support ship points used out of 6. You know that from before, and that's pretty much it. We know what we're looking at here, right? Production 119, 6 in population, and it takes 29 turns to get another one. Sufficient minerals, medium here. 3, we have 3 in infrastructure. It takes 13 turns to get another one. We're not doing engineering, or we're not producing, constructing anything. And that's what that means. Anyway, now let's go back out here. We know we have the universe. It's big. Well, somewhat. Pretty big anyway. Let's take a look and see what we can do to find out where we can go next. Let's go ahead and select our research or our survey, not exploration options. So what we're looking at here is how long it will take us to get these. You can see here, if you look on the left-hand side, you can see what the likelihood is that we find something. Now, we haven't fully explored our system, or this quadrant here. So maybe we want to do that first. There's only one planet in each one of these, and none here. You might find a hidden planet as well. Let's go for that and just know what we have in our system. Okay, that's good. So now we get an 8 up here. Right-click to get out of there. It's saying we need to do research. Yeah, definitely. No research yet. Let's go ahead and pick that. Okay, here we have the different options. Remember one of our infrastructure bonuses said plus 10% to construction? Yeah, it's right over here. Because we have that one. If you look down here, plus 6.6 from infrastructure specialization. That's from that one planet on Earth. If we have more planets, we can multiply that. Anyway, so 10% here, 10% economic, and 10 extra from construction, not percent. Anyway, it's too much to explain what all these do, and I don't really know what all of them do, but there's quite a bit. Let's see what we should do. I'll just explain what I think we should do. We don't know of any planets yet, so let's not go with the colonization of different types. If you go up higher here, though, where is it? No, well, let me see here. There's one I want to look for here. Enhanced ecology. That project? Yeah, eco-engineering project that improves the ecology of the planet from minimal 0 to 1. We already have 1, if you remember, on Earth. But if you didn't, if you have a planet you need to upgrade it, then this is a prerequisite. Over here we have another one, goes from 1 to 2. So those are good to get eventually. But not maybe right away. Deep core mine is a good one I'm thinking about getting. Look at this one here. Plus 2 production per pop unit in colony. Cost us 8 though in maintenance. And it takes up 1 construction slot. Remember the multiplier? Yeah, this will give us quite a bit more. But I kind of want to get to a star base, because the star base allows us to build bigger ships than destroyers. And we can refit them. I may want to do that. But something you need to know is that these groups of research alternatives, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is down here. Each one of these groups, the first one you pick is going to be faster. The next one's going to take, I think, twice as long. So if I pick Starbase and then Deep Core Mine will take longer to get. So with that in mind, I do want to get down this one here. Pressurized Dome, I know that's a good one. Should I go for this one, Starbase? Something to keep in mind, though, is that it's a structure. You got to build it. So it's not enough to just do research. We could do something like this one instead. Asteroid mining. It's an achievement. As soon as we have done it, we can do what it says. And that means create exploitations on asteroid belts, and we get 1 free freighter fleet. That's pretty good. Even if we don't find a planet, we can exploit the asteroid belt we have in Sol, right? And it's going to be pretty quick, 4 turns. The group in here, in 1, it takes less time overall. So, you see, these are structures, all of them. Robotic factory is also pretty good. Planetary improvement goes hand in hand with the asteroid mining. You can see here, plus 10 production, flat per asteroid production. Tempting to do if you find you have a lot of asteroid belts, right? But I kind of want to go down this path here, because if we do find a planet, this one here might be helpful. But it's all, as always, with any kind of system, with exploration, or with the research, it's hard to say where you should go before you really know the game, right? But let's go for asteroid mining. So now we are 4 turns away. After that, I'm going to go for robotic factory, battle post, transporter room, starbase. I wonder if they changed these around. It felt like there was more here before that I could pick for, or different ones anyway. This will give us more ship support points as well. I'm going to go for starbase after that. Let's do that. Okay, now let's look at our ships here. If you select them here, you can see which ones we have. We have a frigate here, and we can see more information about them in a second. It's kind of like an overview here. We have 2 frigates and 1 colony ship. In this game, be careful. Don't just go with your colony ship and explore. You might find something you don't like, and then the colony ship is gone. And it takes a long time to get one at the beginning of the game anyway, so don't do that. We'll take this frigate here, move him over there, right, and then we'll take the next frigate, and we select the fleet at Sol, select the frigate, and then move over there. I think we might be able to get there. Sector A8. B8, okay. There's nothing there, I don't think. Yeah, there's nothing. There's only 2 of them here. It's kind of a tough start. Okay, I think that's fine. That's good for me. By the way, here's our 2 special powers. Something I want to show you before we do anything else, though. In case this is the only video you watch, there is a ship design here. We can go in here, and we can select different upgrades. So there's quite a bit to this game. We have the basic stuff right now. I'm not super experienced, but we'll see what we can do. And we might be in battle sooner than you think. Here, let's go to the next turn. Okay, we didn't quite get there, so we're still working away. And if you look at Earth now, 12 turns there. Was 13, right? So we're moving on. Nothing really happened, so we can just go to the next turn. We get a notification if something happened. Now, here we go. We're not quite there yet, but we are here beyond us, and you can see that down here. Right. What do we have? Well, we can actually see right here that's red. We can't do anything with it just yet, but what is it? Small world. We don't know the eco level. Medium G, that's good. Richness, we don't know. Special there, we don't know. I don't like small. And a swamp, remember swamp? That would be here, which would take us 8 turns to do. We can do that. We find nothing else, we could go here, but I'm not a super big fan of that. Can we get here? We can. Let's go there. And now we got to this one here. What is this? Pleopus? And there's nothing here. So we're in bad shape. Okay. That tells me we're going to do something here in just a few turns. I'll show you what that is. To see if we can extend our reach. Because as you can see here, we are kind of locked in. Can't get any further than that. Let's go ahead and... I can't go there. It's outside our range. So we'll stay here. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go to the next turn. He should go over there. Okay, our research team has completed their work in the economics field. Asteroid mining is done. Got a free freighter granted by this. Now, let's look here. So we are here now at Theostep. Yeah, Theostep system is a blue star. What do we have? Well, right away, you can see again, nothing too exciting, but there's a medium swamp. Medium swamp again. Might be tempting to do that. We can always terraform. There might be some helium-3 here. Now that's tempting. Okay, and there's a desert one here, small. Was this a medium as well? Small, swamp. Okay, maybe swamp is the way to go. Let's go back in now. We're working on Starbase now. Then after that, let's do swamp. Because I'm not super excited about these anyway. So we've done that. A freighter fleet was added. Now, freighter fleets don't exist in the game as a separate ship. They show up here, right? And so we can use those for asteroid belt here. If we do start creating something here, if we start to putting down an outpost. Now, how do we get that outpost? Well, fortunately, and here's what I'm talking about, our space culture went up. That's because we're making 10 per turn, and ever so often you will get something. Here we have our options. Mutually exclusive. So if you pick one of these, you're done for now. And if you pick this one, you cannot pick this one later. Now, I know there is something I wanted to get. This one, Space Rush. 2 free outpost ships. 50% reduction on outpost ships in construction. That's huge. We are going to lose out on that, though. +1 production per pop. So if we already had planets, we would go for this one, right? But since I don't know any planets, and we're going to be kind of stranded until we expand out, let's go ahead and let's hope for the best and get those 2 extra outpost ships. Because with an outpost, not only, they're now over here, by the way, in Earth, not only can we settle the asteroid belt, but we can also expand here and settle, or we can put an outpost down, expanding our range. If I put it here, can I get to there? I don't know. Maybe. put it here. Can I get there? Probably not. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, well, we'll go for that. We'll take one of them. Go over here. And then the other one, well, I think I'm going to select this here. Actually, I'm going to select the... Let me see, can I select it here? Yeah, here. Click to select an outpost. Where? Well, right here on the asteroid belt. Let's go ahead and get that. There. Now, there's no exploit yet. We've just settled it. There's an outpost. How do we want to exploit that? Well, we could do production, but you need a freighter fleet. Oh, how lucky. We have one. So, active in 2 turns. We get 20 more production flat on colony. The colony that receives the benefits. Double triple bonus on medium-large asteroid belts. Well, this is small, so nothing there. And then 10 extra production for robotic factory on colony. Okay, 10 is the bonus. Well, the base. We can also do research, or we can do trade. Let's go ahead and get more production. So now we used up our production here. We use our freighter. You can see that there. We have none of them left. Great. That's going to take a unassigned. Yeah, we have to now pick a system that's going to receive the benefits of that. Let's go ahead and pick Earth. So it goes to Earth. Great. That production goes to Earth. What else do we have to do here? Free freighter fleet. That's right. Right click to get rid of them. Basic scanning. And you know what? We're doing scanning, right? Not this one. Escape. We're doing here. 4 more turns. Yes, I want to know what we have here. Then we'll go to... Well, we can only go to this one here. They can't really get out there yet. We have to first get this one, then over there. Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay. What else do we have? Outpost on asteroid belt. Sounds good. We're going to wait with our freighter over there. Oh, not freighter. Frigate over there. There. We have one more outpost left. There we go. I'll be almost there. What else do we have? Production is active on asteroid belt. Okay, so we can see that here. Now, if we go to Earth, we will see our production has gone up. 139. Why 139? We're not done with this infrastructure yet, so it's not that. Hover over it. We'll see that we have 20 from asteroid exploitations. Great. So if we can build a... If we build the robotic factory, 10 to 30 production, well, we get 20 production points if sufficient. You can see that down there. And then 10 production per asteroid production exploration coming to this colony. So we should get 20 plus 10, 30 more. That's pretty good. We'll go for that. Once we have... Actually, I haven't selected it, have I? It is over there. Yeah, let's do that after the swamp colonization. Or should we do a different order? We'll do it like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. This might not be the best start, but we'll go. We'll keep it. There is our outpost now. Okay, outpost ship anyway. If we select that here, there is a... Oh, can I? I can't even do an outpost here. So I was going to use put an outpost down, right? But that requires there to be something to do an outpost on. You can't do it on the sun, right? So we're kind of out of luck here. I have to really think about how to get out of this problem here. Might want to do something else. Now let's look carefully here. There should be something here that allows us to increase our range, and let me find it. Right here. Improved logistics. Allows ships to move up to 7 parsecs away from settlements. We have 6 turns away from that. Let's go ahead and deselect those. Should we leave this one alone? Yeah, probably. We'll pick that number 2 instead. And then robotic factory, swamp colonization. We need this one. Right? So then we can probably get here and we can put down the outpost over there. Let's do that. Now I have my frigate over here. I'm going to send him back over here, I think. There's nothing else we can do. We'll wait for our exploration of Sol to be complete. Alright, let's see. So here we have new sector to be explored. Well, let's first see what we got. What do we have here? Oh, there's nothing on Jupiter. No helium. There could have been, but there was none. Okay, where do we explore next? Well, I think we should go for this one. So we can go this direction. Because we know there is a medium planet there. We want to find that out. Before we settle, let's find out what is there. So 4 turns for that. And I think I'm going to go again. How are we doing on Earth? 3 turns away. You can see that there. Level 3 right now. 3 turns to level 4. I think that's our best use of time right now. Don't forget, though, because of our Space culture, we picked this one here, Space Rush. We have a 50% discount on Outposts ships. There are other types of ships that are also very good, so it's not like you have to pick that every time you play. Okay, now, what do we get now? Nothing to report. Okay, so that means over here, we found nothing. Well, I think we should go ahead and get another one, and I think that will allow us then, if we explore here, we can explore there. I think we don't have to have anything, we don't have to have any outpost here to explore it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Infrastructure upgrade, there it is. Okay, great. Let's pick Earth. So now we had 4, we get to pick something else. What do we pick? Planetary engineering? No, I don't think I need that. See, terraforming, we're not going to do terraforming, so it's kind of a waste. Do we go for civil engineering or aerospace engineering? Aerospace tends to be ships. Ship construction. This tends to be regular production, and I do like that. See, that 50% building construction on colony is huge. I do want to get quick stuff going there. We can pick any of these later on as well. We have 5 slots here. Let's go and pick this one. So now if we get construction here, we should be in good shape. What are we doing? How are we doing right now? Remember, we started at 119 and now we're 166. That multiplier really helped us, right? Went from 72 to 96. And then that means we got 9.6 for morale instead of 7.2. So we're doing fine there. Let's get more. Well, 16 turns. What are we saying here? How long? 14 to get the improved logistics. No, that's everything. No, that's 14 turns for this one. Ooh. 8 turns there. Yeah, 4 turns there. That's a long time. But we have to do it. I really can't do anything else. Ooh, that's going to be a long time before we can do anything else. So it's going to be good timing. Our... yeah, I might not make it here, but our world here, it's going to be in 13 turns. Yep. And then here 11 turns. So it's going to be pretty much the same time. Oh, we have a leader. Now, leaders, you can use them as fleet commanders or on a planet. And the first one you get, from what I hear, you should probably pick him right away. He is a colony leader. Level, no, opinion 2. Can go down if they're unassigned. So you want to assign them right away if you're going to keep them. Administration 0. No extra tax revenue. Labor, that's production. So good, 0.25 per pop. Research is 1/2 a research point per pop. Corporate, nothing there. And then warfare, ground combat. He can survive, if somebody attacks. He has a trait here, 5 extra morale. Morale, remember, it goes into production. 2 BC asked on merit race requests. It's going to be more expensive. Okay. And then over here we have, he's an advanced trailblazer secondary skill. 200 production when building colony base in system. A colony base, but we're not doing that. 20 morale in system and colonies with less than 4 pops. Not here either. He's a good guy to get on the next planet, but we'll take him anyway. We can reassign him. Commando, 10% of ground combat. We'll take him because he gives us a little bit bonus there. We'll take that. And we're going to assign him now to Sol. And that takes care of that. Still making 8. We can increase our money here. And then if we increase these, we'll siphon the money away. Don't think we need to do that yet. So 13 turns. It's going to take forever. It's a bad start here, guys. But we'll see what we can do. Let me just speed through this here. We have exploration ready. Right. What do we get? What do we find? Ooh, it's rich. Eco level 2. Now that's tempting, right? You can see here, it's because it's small, we can only fit 8 population there and 5 infrastructure. And it's swamp, so for us that means morale goes down, production. The biome, though, is the negative modifier, but eco maturity is 2, so that's modifying that. You can see that right there, so it's not that bad. And then rich here means each population, instead of 4, like on Sol, we get 6 production. So it's not bad. I'm not tempted. We can always go there and populate it. If we get swamp colonization. It's going to take a while. Alright, we did that. Should we go ahead and get more? Yeah, that might be something special on that planet. Let's do that. I don't know if I can get there yet, actually. We may have to put our colony ship here, and then we can go here. Well, we'll see. 8 turns, 7 turns away. And we have space culture coming up again, so that's going to be handy. We'll see what we pick then. One more time. There. Now we get another space culture. Last time we picked that space rush. What else do we get now? Well, we haven't looked over here. We get extra travel speed. 1 free colony ship. That's tempting, right? Because if we settle the first planet, the swamp, then settle the next one, could do that. Here, Astro Mining Guild, 1 smuggler leader appears who levels up. And I think they're pretty good, if I remember. 50% production from asteroid production exploitations. Good. We don't want a leader that won't pay for that right now, I don't think. Space privateers. 1 pirate leader appears. 50% revenue from asteroid trade. Asteroid production. So it's different there, right? Money versus production. Here we have 1 simultaneous remote exploration target, or this one, 1 to remote range. Let's pick this one. Let's do this one now. And now I'm thinking, after we do, well, it's 5 turns away. Actually, I'll pick this one instead. Let's do that, because I want to know how good this one is. All right, let's go for the next turn. I'm out of time here, but let's continue down to so we get our research. Let's go for that. 1 more. We have 5 turns away here. And now we should see the range jump out to here. Improve logistics, achievement, yep. Yeah, see, now we got to this one. And this one. Okay, great. That'd be good. So now let's take our 2 frigates. I don't want to take... can rename. I don't want to take the Outpost ship, because that could be something we don't like. We're going to stay there. We're doing good there. 1 turn for that. Yep, that's fine. What am I working on now? Starbase. Did I really need this one now? But okay, it's 4 turns away. We'll do it. What do we get? Nothing there. See there? And so we're here. So 6 turns now here. Yep, we already knew what was there at this level. Next level, we're going to see more though. It could be 2 helium there. So keep on. Oh, we can explore there. Yep. There. Let's see what we have here. Oh, ooh. Now this is good, right? Well, there's somebody here. Nova Fleet. There is somebody here. And by the way, when you get a battle, I didn't get a battle this time. I was kind of hoping I would, but then you can control your ships in the battle individually. So there's a large Terran heavy G. Can be terraformed now. That's not bad. I'm tempted to go for this one. Right. We don't want to select combat here, I don't think. We want to stand down. Yes. There's somebody there. You can see the green dot? Yeah, cool. That means we can settle it. Blue means we have settled it. It looks pretty good to me. What did we get? Yeah, that's that one there. That's all we have. We are 2 turns away from a starbase, and then we'll go down to robotic factory and then swamp colonization. At this point, we have to decide what to do. Where were we? Where was Direst Uter over here? We could, instead of looking at this one, we can look at this one here. Which way do we go? Well, this one is a medium. That's better than... No, medium G. That's better than heavy G. But it's a swamp, so that's a negative modifier. You can see here, by the way, what the negative modifier here is for heavy G. Negative 25% production and negative 25% population growth. So slow to get started. And if you compare Terran here, we get 5% modifier on the other one. But you remember the other one has Eco 2. We don't know what this one has. I'm tempted to take, for my next space culture, which is 12 turns away, take a colony ship and go over here. And but go over here for now. On the other hand, he might colonize that before we do. It's possible. Anyway, do we get to see who is here? Diplomacy? No, we don't know anything yet. Anyway, that's 27 turns, guys. Hopefully you like what you see. I'll come back and we'll play some more. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you later. Bye.